when we forget to see our soul's deep mystery. There's nothing more to do than call on you. Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, everyone. Very, very warm welcome to the Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Kristen Hoffman, what a talented musician. Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. How many of us wake up with that attitude? Gosh, what is it? What is happening with us, you know? We have read through history books, we have even read through scriptures, and we've looked at our own families when people are fighting and arguing or expecting, possessing, controlling one another. There's never joy in that space. For the victim or for the oppressor, there's just no happiness. There's something that happens inside of our souls that gradually build into an energy where something in the intellect closes. And in closing, it becomes a fear mode recorded in the personality. And the fear mode keeps initiating thoughts with the attitude and the vibration of, I'm scared of what I'm about to say, or I'm scared, so I'm going to say it anyway. All of these things are results of attachment, you know. I'll tell you a story. We got a little puppy, and it's by default. I don't even know how Happy came to the ashram. But I remembered after like a year of seeing this puppy all the time, taking her out, feeding her, bringing her in the car, wherever we went, wherever we traveled, Happy came. And what I started to experience with her was, there was a feeling like something was being pulled from out of me into her, like, gosh, I love that little animal. Like, I like her. I really like this little puppy. And what I was feeling was that something was getting pulled out of me. And the return was maybe her little eyes have such innocence, her smiling face, I was saying it was feeding back to me something that I loved, purity, innocence, love. But what was getting recorded in me is that when she's around me or when I see her innocent eyes or her little smiley face, oh, that makes me happy. So little by little, day after day, I start to record that idea in me, little by little. Until maybe something happens to her. One day she ran out of the house and was chasing after me behind the car on the highway. Can you believe it? It's just, what's going on here? And I remembered how it was like, oh my gosh, I had to think really fast to be able to catch her, to make sure she didn't get hurt. What would have happened to me if she was hit by a car on the highway? Would I have been traumatized? Of course. I'm so used to looking at this little innocent being and pulling from her innocent eyes and her smiley face something that nurtured my spirit. Attachment is an energy that grows in you over a long period of time. Love isn't. Love is in you no matter what. It never leaves you. Love is a power, not an emotion. Love is a power, it's not an emotion. Love is your power. It's not an emotion. You know what it takes to rewire the brain of a civilization? It's not an easy job, you know. Let's say I've been writing with my right hands for 50 years and I broke it. And then the doctors say I have to start writing with my left hand until that gets natural. That's all you're learning on this show. That it's not natural to have attachment as a part of your personality, but it has become us. I have areas I'm very attached to certain things. I'm attached to wanting to see people get along with each other. And when I don't see it, it gives me sorrow, you know. I actually feel sad that two beautiful people who have such gifts can't seem to work together in harmony and grow. And I don't know what it touches in my heart, something very deep, which is not of this lifetime, it's something deep. What I've come to observe in my journey is when I'm loving and respectful, things grow. When I'm attached and I'm trying to possess and control and manipulate, things die. Check it out for yourself. Attachment kills your spirit. Love blossoms your spirit. Do you agree? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Attachment slowly kills you. Love will keep you in bloom. Attachment slowly begins to make you move away from certain things and people. And love says, I belong to all people. I don't have to live with everyone, but I do belong to all people. When you see the same thing over and over again, or you hear the same thing over and over again, it can build attachment to a particular norm. I was talking to Divya last night and I was sharing how a woman can get used to being physically abused by her husband every night and feel that this is all she's worth. But when both people are quiet and in their quiet spaces, she will feel, I don't deserve to be treated like this. And he will feel, why do I keep doing this to her? At some point in time, the love will always trigger to you the right solutions. But because we're so accustomed to feeding the attachment, because the soul has gotten so attached to the five senses, it just naturally starts to think from the five senses. My food is cold, take it away. Throw it at her. She picks up the food from the table. I'm sorry, I'll cook something better for you. It's the attachment that is happening between these two people. Her subservience, her feeling she's not worthy enough is her attachment that has developed in her over a long period of time. Maybe she saw it with her relatives or her parents, or maybe she's been seeing it on television for a long time. A woman is only supposed to be this much. And she can go on like this for years. Even though every time he beats her, after the beating, she sits quietly and she feels, I don't deserve this. But the attachment has her like a ball and chain that she doesn't find the courage to get up and say, I have to break away from this. This isn't my value. But the attachment has beaten her up so much. My husband, it's my family. Where am I going to get money? What about the kids? Nobody should know. Let me conceal my bruises. Goes on and on and on what attachment does. She will continue, he will continue for years until maybe someone comes along and says, you know, that's not normal behavior, right? To abuse anyone is mental illness. You do know that, right? What are you talking about? No. Or if they get a chance to really review their choices, they might get a look at, gosh, what am I doing? What did I do? The energy of love is needed at this time. And we have convoluted, confused love to be attachment, and it is not. We've gotten so used to relationships that are toxic and complex, thinking that after the argument is make-up time and that is my love for you. It's not normal. To be able for you to develop love within you, the teachings of Raja Yoga meditation invites you to remind yourself that your original nature as a soul is pure and peaceful and powerful. That's love. My original nature as a living creature on this planet Earth is love. I don't have to prove my love to you, it's there. And by the way that I treat you, you realize what love is. Respect, space if you need, kindness, sweetness, virtues, patience, wisdom, truth, cheerfulness, happiness, all these things, all the benefits of a loving person. And then things just start to grow in your life. Things just start to work out for you. Even if there's an obstacle in your path, that love will gently move it, transform it in a way that your life is beneficial. Now, maybe when you're in a loving relationship, it's boring. Ah, they're so nice, everything is good. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I want some drama. Perhaps. Then go do some bungee jumping. Go jump out of a plane. You want some drama? You want some excitement? Go hire a plane and go jump out and do skydiving. Go do a hot air balloon. You want some drama? Go race cars. Something. But drama doesn't mean that you have to be very unkind to the people that you love and the people that you live with. And the energy of attachment is where you are so convinced you are only your body, only your name, only your gender, only your religion, only your role, and only your titles. And when you keep thinking of yourself in that way, the soul starts to cling to matter. And as the soul clings through matter, when it's looking through those two eyes, the soul says, I'm a man, I'm a woman. Oh, look what she has. Oh, look what he has. I want that. Why don't I have that? You see? But when you're soul conscious and you take charge of your original nature, I am love, I am power, I am peace, I am pure, then when the soul looks through the physical body, it will bring that behavior and that quality into the five senses. See? It's a pattern of thinking. In Raj Yoga, you're taught detach a little bit from your five senses so you can feel your original essence. In that state, remind yourself of who you are and pull God's energy in you. Then God's energy starts to go into the soul, you know? The soul starts to feel God's energy, and God is love. And as the soul starts to feel love, it looks through the eyes with love. It speaks through the lips with love. It chooses to listen to things that are only loving from people. It dresses with love. It combs the hair with love. It relates to people with love. Why? Because that soul is feeling love from God, and it just cannot be hidden. This soul has a lot of love for God. Look at how they're talking to me, how they treat me. Look at what they do. Attachment says, well, let me see if I see somebody that has my color skin. Is she a woman or a man? Are they Indian, American, black or white? Attachment says, let me go to people I feel comfortable or familiar with. You get it? when you're detached and loving, detached and lovely, detached and lovable, the soul, through the five senses, will bring that essence and that fragrance into its relationships and into its behavior. Let's take a moment and pause for a little and experience our favorite meditation on letting go. And I want you to take time to feel your essence. Feel how you, the soul, can experience the love and the freedom that you really are. Take a deep breath, close your eyes. Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and move around, I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you and who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. At this time. I love that meditation. And so does the world. I'm so glad about that. Attachment and detachment. Because of my attachment, my intellect is clouded by the choices that I make. The motives behind my choices are generally focused on I, me, and mine, because I've become very attached to my senses, my title, my role, my religion. And I think from the attachment to something limited, which means I'm not being truthful to myself. I'm not being honest with myself, because that's not only who I am. I'm a soul that's unlimited. Santosh, what does chat say about attachment? Is it a healthy thing or not such a healthy thing? So here, attachment is a broad sense. It refers to an emotional bond or connection between individuals. This concept is crucial in many psychological theories and is often discussed in the context of relationships, such as parents and children, friends, or romantic partners. In psychological terms, attachment is a deep and enduring emotional bond that connects one person to another across time and space. It was extensively studied by psychologist John Bowlby in the context of attachment theory, which focuses on how these bonds affect personal development from childhood to adulthood. According to him, early attachment can influence one's ability to form stable relationships later in life. In Buddhist philosophy, attachment is viewed quite differently. It's often regarded as a source of suffering and is something to overcome. Buddhism teaches that attachment to things, desires, or false beliefs can lead to suffering because these things are impermanent and cannot provide lasting happiness. Detachment, therefore, is recommended as a way to achieve peace and enlightenment, freeing oneself and from the cycles and desires of suffering. Don't you love it? So here is my 2 bits on that. Detachment is actually giving space for love to come in. I'm holding on to this relationship and I cannot, it's fighting me, I'm dying with it, the attachment. I let it go and all of a sudden, love starts to come into you. I'm not talking about attachment where you don't care. I'm talking about the kind of detachment that stimulates love in you. So here's how I cure my attachments. I'll ask the situation, I'll ask myself, I'll deal with the circumstance. What does love want here from me? Every time, the answers will be right. Every single time. What does love want of me? So, as I mentioned to you, after our regular classes of the Murli, of the Brahma Kumaris, we do something called Avyakt signals, which are very subtle truths that are emerging from within us. And this month we're focusing on getting along with each other. In order to perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars, which is to believe in each other, to get along with each other, accept the things of one another and give regard. If you learn how to accept and how to give regard, then both perfection and success will come close to you. When you are able to make many others into those with the sanskars of getting along, you will feel success to be very close. Now that is a good one, which means humble yourself in your relationships and everything will be just fine. So let's say hello to everyone online. Good morning, good day to everybody. Hi, Grace. Good to have you. Om Shanti. Brinda Bella, nice to have you. Jyotika, Om Shanti. How is our sister? Jyotika took care of Sister Geeta in Mount Abu and we were so blessed by her. Dharmistra, I love this meditation. Yes, very good. And Divya, always on. Thank you so much, Divya. You're the best. Shobha Ben, Om Shanti. How is our wonderful mother who takes care of the yagya so well? Nice to see Nicole on. Yvonne Butler, good to have you. Wendy Cummins, welcome back. Wendy, remember those times when we used to do the spiritual vaccine hour when the pandemic started? And then we shifted it to the next normal, and now we're doing next normal, but now the times are different, from 8 o'clock to 8:30 in the morning. Lots of love to every one of you. Chris, hey, my little buddy from back in the wild days. Chris Starr, lots of love and good wishes to you, my sweet sister. I'm telling you, the journey of removing attachment comes from loving everybody the same. You practice loving everyone the same, you feel your energy of attachment reducing. It doesn't mean that you love everyone the same, that you're going to act like live and eat with everybody in the same way. No. Your karmas will definitely take you into relationships with certain souls, no matter what you think you're doing. But just to practice this, I love you. And you practice loving everybody the same. You'll feel your attachment reducing. When your attachment reduces, so will your sorrows. Thanks for joining us today on The Next Normal. And remember, keep loving everybody the same and your attachments will break. You'll be free. Absolutely free. Do take care of yourself and see you again soon. Om Shanti.
Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you. Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com